Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister for Consumer Services. Yesterday, the Minister, in cooperation with the Minister of Housing and Rural Affairs, to make sure that the sales of excess buildings, I know that a great number of members are come the vacant buildings should be put to a better use.
Of nearly $10 million every year. This is a staggering sum, and it is all to just maintain properties that are of no use to the people of Ontario. We are not using these properties, and we are not benefiting from the services they could provide. This money is being wasted on snow removal, grass cutting, and structural maintenance. Mr. Speaker, can the minister inform this House of how he intends to deal with these properties and get this money back into productive use for the people of Ontario?
Good question. Minister of Government and Consumer Services.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to thank my colleague from Mississauga Centre for her question. Ontario currently has hundreds of vacant surplus properties across our great province, costing the government and taxpayers millions of dollars a year to maintain. Yesterday, we announced a more efficient process for selling surplus government properties. The improved plan will reduce red tape, create more affordable housing and long-term care spaces, and put more money in people's pockets. We announced a process to accelerate the disposition of 243 properties. Properties are currently sitting empty and unused, while taxpayers fund snow removal, grass cutting, and regular maintenance. We streamlined the process that will remove an estimated 150 days of administrative time, generate between $105 and $135 million in revenue after 4 years, and save the government an estimated $9.6 million in liabilities a year.
Good idea.
Simply put, Mr. Speaker, we are taking the sensible approach.
Response.
We are implementing a more efficient process to put surplus properties into productive use and more money into programs and services for the people of Ontario.
Hear, hear. Thank you. Supplementary.
Monsieur le Président.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to thank the Minister for his answer. I wish to thank him again, as well as the Housing Minister, for the work they do in this file to make sure that Ontario is on a great fiscal footing.
Properties are costing Ontarians millions of dollars every year, while offering no benefit to them or their communities. I would like to know what benefit taxpayers can expect to see from the selling off of these properties. What process will be used to ensure their value is maximized for local communities? And more importantly, Mr. Speaker, how can we ensure these properties are finally sold in a quick, responsible manner, rather than being left on the province's books for another 10 or 15 years?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
A good answer.
My colleague asked a very important question, one that has been at the heart of how we are addressing the issue of surplus properties. We need to ensure that these properties are put to the best use of taxpayer dollars. That is why we are implementing prudent reforms and removing unnecessary red tape. By removing unnecessary red tape, we can remove an estimated 150 days of administrative time. This will put properties on the market in a shorter time frame, and by putting them into productive use, help local economies and create jobs. I'm also happy to report that our plan will also support Ontario's most vulnerable. We'll be identifying properties within the portfolio that can be repurposed for affordable housing and long-term care spaces. I'll be working with my colleagues, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing and Minister of Health and Long-Term Care, to pinpoint surplus properties that can help our most vulnerable. Mr. Speaker, our plan is about working harder, smarter, and more efficiently so we can reduce costs, generate much-needed revenue, and make life better for the people of Ontario.
Ontario's #1